Do you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at where you will be in a period of time. Let's say 1 year. Right, 1 year. The next 1 year. Next 3 years. Next 5 years. Next 10 years. Huh? I'm looking at where you will be as a result of this training. Can you picture yourself in the next 1 year? You can. Can you picture yourself where you'll be in the next 3 years? In the next 5 years? Where will you be? Outside the country? Hope it's not Japan. It's Japan. Going to Japan. When I say where, I'm not just talking about the physical or geographical location. Are you aware that there are people who are doing prostitution, there are girls doing prostitution outside of the country? Are you aware that people sleeping under the bridge in the US? Are you aware that there are people robbing, doing all sorts of things in the US? They are hustling, they call that hustling. So people are doing also. It's not. I'm not talking about the geographical location. Information. Write this down. Information begets transformation. Information begets transformation. If you're going to experience any kind of transformation in your life, in your career, in your mind, it's going to start from where? Information, knowledge. Francis Bacon said, knowledge is what? Power. What is that power? Power for change. Power to change your status, power to change your estate. Power to change the circumstances. The most miserable person in the world is not the person who has zero bank account. It is the person who has what? A lack of knowledge. That's why even God himself realized that my own people are what? Destroyed for lack of what? Of knowledge. He didn't say for lack of money. Money is an invention. Money was created. He didn't say for lack of prayer. He said for lack of what? Lack of knowledge. So that's why even when God wants to help you, he has to bring you to someone who can teach you something, give you information. That's why scripture says, for you to be saved, you have to hear the gospel first. It says, the power of God unto salvation to every man that believes. That's what Paul said. So knowledge is important. Alright? And that's why I said the essence of this event, this exercise, this training is to give you first and foremost the knowledge, then the skills and competencies you need for the job that you are doing, to improve what you're doing, to do it better. Alright? Now, when you do what you are doing better, you can get better what? Results. You can get better outputs. The definition of insanity is doing something in a particular way and expecting a different result. If you want to change your results, you have to change your what? Your actions, your inputs. If you want to change what you are getting, you have to first of all change what you are what? Giving. Hello? To change your output, you have to change your input. To change your customer base, to change your sales, to change your revenue, to change the position of your organization in the industry, you have to what? Change what you are giving. Change your inputs. Now, like I told the management staff, what you are getting now from this training program is not just for the now. Hello? It's for both now and also for your what? Your future. It's both now and for the future. That's why I say get a very good what? Notebook, because they're going to be your reference materials. Have you ever seen anybody leaving a company and then they say, the knowledge and experience you've got in this company, put it down before you go? Does it happen like that?
No.
No. Whatever you have learned here, wherever you're going, it goes where? It goes with you. If you have learned. So the training and the development is also for your what? Your future. So you are not just doing it for the company, you are not doing it for anybody, you are doing it for who? For yourself. Because whether you know it or not, you are a product. Whether you know it or not, you are a business operating within a business. You are a business. The CEO of your own company. Are you aware? If you didn't know that before now. You are a business. You are selling your service to who? To Stansat Technologies Limited. So you also are a business. You are a product. So if you are not busy improving this business called you, if you're not busy improving and developing this corporation called you, it's going to expire. Because every product has what? An expiry date. Some people, by the time they graduate from school, they say, anything concerning learning, writing exam, I'm done. Not be there again. I've dropped them. What have they signed up for? They've signed up for a life of average, mediocrity, and what? Failure. Because if you are not busy learning, if you are not busy improving yourself, if you are not busy growing, you are busy what? Dying. You are tending towards obsolescence and irrelevance. And in today's world of rapid change, you cannot afford to remain the same way you are. You have to keep learning new things, learning new skills, acquiring new knowledge, for you to stay what? Relevant, for you to keep up with the fast changing pace of today's world. Even in your organization, things are going to be what? Changing. So if you are not busy, if you are not engaged in developing yourself to adapt to the change, you become what? Irrelevant. Hello? So you become irrelevant. I've heard your boss saying, when he was making that address, since you came here, what input are you bringing? What idea, what value are you bringing to the table? What can you say this thing has changed because of my involvement? What can you say, okay, this is the input I have made, beyond just the normal job that you do? Are we together now? So when you are busy developing yourself, improving your knowledge, you will find yourself making contributions beyond just the what? The ordinary. And when you're making contributions beyond the ordinary, you become what? Valuable. You become what? Valuable, nearly indispensable. There are some organizations, when something happens, they are talking about laying off some people. Are you aware that there are people that cannot be touched? They are untouchable. Are you aware? Now, I'm not just talking about maybe because of a relationship or whatever. Because of the value they bring to what? To the table. If you take those people out of the company will go down. In most organizations, there's something they call downsizing and resizing. What does that mean? It means that from time to time, they look at the human resource, especially when they want to cut budgets, cut costs. They look at the human resource. And they are looking, which people are we going to lay off? Who are the baggages that we are going to lay off? And then they identify that this person, therefore your services are no longer required. And the person goes, so they strike. And say, oh, my village people are after me. No. So when you make yourself valuable to your organization, you become indispensable. So if I can take a survey now and ask, are you indispensable in Stansan Technologies Limited? If we are doing right sizing or downsizing, are you going to be among the people that will be let off the hook? Ask yourself. So you're going to look at your contributions, your inputs, how valuable it is. Okay. So if you have not been applying yourself to development, you have not been applying yourself to grow, to enhance your capacity, your capability, it's going to start what? Today. It's going to start what? Today. Now, this particular training program is focused more or mostly on customer service excellence, like I said, because that particular area in this day and age is the crux, the most important aspect of every company, customer service. It's not the marketing, it's not the advertising, it's not even in the production, it's not even in the imports or the supplies. Because if you can have your warehouse full of inventory and goods, if you don't have customers buying them, it amounts to nothing. They'll just be there looking at you. True or false? You can do all the marketing in the world, all the advertising in the world. If you have a lousy customer service, someone will come the first time and buy. Will the person come again? Will the person come again? No. Now, even when we talk about marketing and advertising, the best form of marketing today is word of mouth. Is what? Word of mouth. Do you understand the meaning of word of mouth? What does it mean? Huh?
Persuasion.
Using mouth to advertise. So you going about using your mouth to advertise everything.
Persuasion.
Huh?
Approach to your customers.
Is what?
Your approach to your customers.
Your approach to your customers. Okay, who else? Word of mouth marketing.
Persuasion.
Is what?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. The way you talk to them. Huh?
Saying something.
Trying to get them convinced. Now, when we say word of mouth marketing, it's not just what you are saying about yourself or your product. It is what your customers are saying about you and about your company. That's what we call what? Word of mouth marketing. Word of mouth. Anybody can say anything about themselves. Right? Anybody can say anything about themselves. But nothing can be more valuable than what your customers say about you based on their what?
Yes.
On their experience. So it is what they are saying about you, the positive things they are saying about you, that gives you that reputation in the marketplace or in the industry. It is called reputation capital. Your reputation in the marketplace. That's what will attract more customers. When your customers are going about saying, come and see you, come and see what's happening in Stansat. That's what's called word of mouth marketing. So that is the crux of businesses today. The kind of experience you create for your customers. The kind of service you give to your customers. That is the underlying factor of success in today's marketplace. And that is what gives you your competitive advantage. That's what makes you unique. Because whether you know it or not, you have competitors, right? Are you aware you have competitors competing for the same customers, the same naira in their pockets or dollars? So what makes you different from your competitors? What makes you different?
Customer service.
Your customer service. The touch you bring to your customers. Your customer service. The experience you create for your customers. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you stand out. It's not the building. It's not how fine the place is. It's not whether or not you even have quality. I know Stansat has quality products. That's awesome. But are you the only one who has quality products? Others also have quality products. You may say, okay, is the price. Our prices are cheaper. And your price is cheaper. No. The prices are not even cheaper. So there are people selling cheaper than you, right? And also has good quality products, like you do, right? So what's your competitive advantage then? Your customer service. So it all boils down to your customer service. How excellent it is. So that's why this is a very key area that you need to pay attention to. So every touch point with your customer has to be excellent. Every touch point with your customer has to be an avenue for creating a wow experience for the customer than he or she can get anywhere. Hello? So I want to share with you today 10 factors for customer service excellence. Call them 10 factors or 10 nuggets for customer service excellence. Things you have to be doing on a continuous basis to put you over when it comes to customer service. Now, the first thing you have to realize before I start sharing it with you is that customer service is not a department. I want you to write this down. Customer service is not a department. And it's not a buzzword either. Customer service is what you do on a daily basis to create a wow experience for your customers. It is what you do on a daily basis to create a wow experience, a memorable experience for your customers. So, who is involved in customer service? Who and who is involved in customer service?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Including the security.
As a customer service is what you do every day to create a wow experience or a memorable experience for your customers.
Wow.
Wow. W-O-R. You know wow now? What somebody looks at and say, wow. Wow experience. So, customer service is what you do every day to create a wow experience for who? For your customers. Now, it is important. So, it's not just a department. Not say, we have customer service department. Go to the customer service people. So, it's everybody's business. It's everybody's job. It's everybody's role. Everybody's number one job is customer service. And like I said, what I'll be teaching you is not just about customer service, but customer service excellence. How to be excellent in your customer service. If you do a survey around the market, and I've gone through many of them, both within and outside of the Southeast, there is a laxity in customer service. There is no commitment to customer service excellence. And that is your competitive advantage. Hello? That is your competitive advantage. Because not many people pay attention to customer service excellence. And customer service excellence is the most important part of every business. You can key into that factor and take over the market. You can key into it and dominate the industry. Because every business thrives on what? Every business thrives on what? On customers. Without the customer, is there a business? There is no business. So the customer is key. So whatever you do to create an experience for the customer, a wow experience, a memorable experience, that's the most important thing in the buying process or in the organizational process. Who knows Starbucks? Starbucks. What do they do? They sell coffee, right? They sell coffee. Most people can make coffee in their houses. True or true? Why do they go to Starbucks to get a cup of coffee? Why? Customer service. It's because of the experience. I told you customer service does what? Customer service does what? Creates an experience, a wow experience, a memorable experience. So they go there because of the experience that they get. Today everybody is talking about eco hotels. What is it about eco hotels? The experience. The other day I took my family to Zara, and then I was just, every opportunity I have, I use it to observe and to learn. I was just looking around. People came there with their families and all that. Most people were eating normal things and they could cook in their house. So why did they come to that place? Why? Why do you come to Zara to eat rice that you could have cooked in your house? Why?
For the experience.
For the what? The experience. They go there because of the experience. Huh? The customer service is what creates the experience. Hello? the customer service is what creates, it's part of the experience. Everything you do, everything they put in place there is part of the customer service. And that is meant to give the customer an experience. Are you with me now? So they go there because of the experience they want to get. And the customer service creates the experience. And it can even enhance the experience. Now, the customer service can make the experience lousy. Or it can make it memorable. I remember I took my son to the kids session where kids are playing. And I wanted to put him on the car. And the customer service personnel that was there, she has a very lousy attitude. So, what do you think happened to that experience? It became a lousy experience. The experience for which I intended, I went there in the first place, became what? A lousy experience. Because of her what? Her attitude. I'm sure I will not even go there again. Because the purpose for which I want to go there is not what? It's not available. No, there's experience, but it's a lousy one. We are talking about, when we're talking about customer service excellence, we are talking about creating a memorable what? Experience. Creating a memorable experience. So when people are coming to your organization, when they are coming to Stanza, they are not just coming to buy chair or buy TV. Hello? That is the average. That's what everybody is doing. You want to create an experience that is memorable, that is indelible in their minds. That will make them say, wow, and they want to come again. Have you ever dealt with a customer, and then when the customer comes back again, the customer says, I don't want this person to sell to you. I want another person to sell to me. Has that ever happened to you? Yes. It has happened before. Why? The experience the customer has. The customer has a bad experience or had a bad experience with the person. So let's look at some things that's going to help us enhance our experience, the experience we create for the customer. Now, to give customers a wow experience, a memorable experience, you have to start with the way you greet your customers. How do you greet the customers who come into this place? So number one, greet customers warmly and make them feel welcome. Greet customers warmly and make them feel welcome. Greet customers warmly and make them feel welcome. There are different ways to greet a customer. You could greet a customer in such a way that it looks like you are angry with the customer, you are quarreling with the customer. You could greet a customer and the customer will feel like maybe he poo-pooed on his body. You could greet a customer and the customer will be wondering if there is a problem. And we feel, man, are you okay? So how do you greet your customers? How? How do you greet your customers? Good morning, sir. Welcome to.
I do say that. Okay, you do say that.
Okay, so how do you say it? Good morning, sir. Welcome to Star, sir. With such a stale face. You haven't said it like you don't even. So who else? How do you greet customers?
You go around there.
Welcome, sir. So how do you greet customers? Okay, you don't greet at all.
You know the see customer.
What I'm asking, do you greet customers? So how do you greet your customers? You, how do you greet your customer? You guys, how do you greet him? Welcome, sir. Okay. I can tell you, I've been here several times. Some of you didn't.
You don't greet. What do you want?
I'm looking at some of your faces. And even the ones that greet, they greet you as though you are not even there. Anything for the boys? Do they add that too?
No, for familiar customers. Familiar people. That's familiar customers. It's not all customers. Oh, it's not all customers.
Depends on the relationship.
Customer. It's not every
And then immediately you see the customer is there.
Alpha now.
Customer with service center. How do you?
How do you greet customers? You are in charge. Who is in charge of service center? Okay, how do you greet customers?
With mean face.
Don't greet at all.
I'm not taking two.
How do you go greet customers in 6 Avenue?
Morning, sir. You are welcome, sir. What do you want, sir?
What do you want? How do you greet your customer? Now, we are laughing about this, but do you know that this is the first and most important impression that you give to the customer?
Yes.
And like they said, the first impression is the lasting impression. The first impression that you give to the customer is what? The lasting impression. That first impression, excuse me, that the customer gets, it will affect every other thing from then on. It will even determine whether or not the customer will continue to even go in and look or not. The customer can just even, based on the way you greeted the customer, can even from there turn back. Or just go around. Let it not be like, I just came here for nothing. Just look around. Say, what? I didn't find what I wanted. And he will just go back. True or false?
True. 100%.
Because the way you greeted the customer even felt insulted with the greeting. Are you aware some people have ego? Yeah?
Yes.
They have very high ego, especially those HNIs. You know what HNIs are? High net worth individuals.
Okay, yes. Honorable.
Yeah? People who have, they have the kulele, right?
Yeah.
Or they are highly positioned. They've achieved some form of success. They have ego. Most of them. And the way you greet them, you don't greet them accordingly. You have offended them. So first and foremost, you have to understand that the customer is king. The customer is what? Is king. Hello? The customer is king. Write it down. The customer is king. Why is it so? Because the customer is the one that brings in the money. The customer brings in the money that runs the business. The customer brings in the money that pays the bills. The customer brings in the money that pays your salary. Hello? If the customer doesn't bring money, how will your boss see money to pay his salary? If there are no customers bringing money, and then at the end of the month, your boss tells you, nah, I want to tell you this month, salary, we won't be able to pay salary this month. With the kind of faces I'm seeing here, check my accountant. Don't come on with me. Right? So the customer is king. Now, how do you greet a king? When you go, have you ever seen a king that's being greeted? They're greeting the king. Who has had an experience in the past? Okay, you all watch Nigerian movie. You see people who do it when they greet him. How do they greet the king? You bow, prostrate, right? You genuflect. You don't just greet a king casually. True or false? It's not a casual engagement. So when we say greet customers warmly, you greet them with respect. You greet them with acknowledgement. You greet them like the king that they are. And you make them feel what? Welcome. And the attitude with which you used to greet matters a lot. You have to have a smile on your face. Wearing a smile. A genuine smile. Why? Because you are happy to see the customer. Hello?
Good morning, sir. Welcome to Stanford.
Face her and she's the customer now. You are not teaching her.
I don't know.
She's doing well.
Okay, you better.
Welcome to Stanford. Good morning. How are you? AC, yeah. How is it?
Fine, thank you.
So who else will demonstrate? You want to demonstrate?
I want to demonstrate to my friendly customer.
Who will play the role of customer? Someone come and play the role of customer.
You are my friendly customer. Friendly customer.
I'm not sure he's friendly, but he's angry.
You are not. Are you to tell the customer whether the customer will play your friendly or not? It's not in your place.
Okay.
However the customer comes,
Yeah.
you greet the customer. So go ahead.
My guy, you have fun. This is why you're praising like this.
Okay, let's go to
No, what is it? No, why you?
Just say do.
I'm fine.
You know, fine.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I need an sensitive TV to try to.
We did have
Okay, how much is it?
it's 250,000.
Is that your gas? Give me the number of your boss. Give me your boss, please. I want to speak with him.
Are you okay?
Right.
Happy.
I'm okay.
Hey, now you come. No problem. Don't worry. We'll give you discount. We'll give you 3,000 discount because of fuel. Because save my gym. Yeah.
So, where is it? I don't need the one on the screen.
Don't worry. We have it in there.
Okay.
So what mode of payment are you?
Sir,
Okay.
there is a word that
Put your hands together for them. You want to demonstrate?
what do you want to say?
Who's raising his hand? Yeah.
I wanted to add something to what she said. I think if I heard her correctly, she said, "Are you okay?" I think that word is wrong. Whether or friendly or not.
Yes.
It's very wrong.
Are you okay?
It's why is it not right? Because
Come and explain. No.
It depends on the way he understands it.
But
Using another word to replace.
you can use above everything. All right.
From the three people that has the three scenarios that have been demonstrated here. Now let me just say certain things. Now of course I'm observing the words that they are using and even the way they are approaching the customers. There are flaws in all of them. Number one, you don't just say, greet a customer. Oh, you're welcome, sir. How may we help you? Or how may I help you? Or good morning, sir. Or good afternoon, sir. Or good evening, sir. Huh? When you're greeting the customer, you greet the customer with a genuine smile, a broad smile. And then afterwards, you can ask the customer a question. How has your day been? Hello?
Hi.
How has your day been? Hold on. Now, you saw what happened here in the last demonstration. The guy came in frowning, looking down. Asking that question alone, what does it do to the customer? It shows the customer that you are concerned, that you care. And even if the customer is angry, even if the customer is sad, or had an issue before coming here, and is not even aware of his state, what do? You get the customer's attention. How was your day? Customer can say, oh, my day has been bad, or oh, yeah, great. So whatever the customer responds gives you an opportunity to do what? To build rapport. Hello?
Hi.
Before how may we help you? Or what may we do for you? Or that's what some people say. Or what do you want? Remember, we're talking about customer service excellence. Right? So it's not just customer service. Everywhere the customer has gone, that's what they ask him. How may we help you? What can we do for you? Some people even go to the extent of, what do you want? I mean, how in the world? You just ask the customer, what do you want? And ask it in a lousy manner. So the first thing you want to do with that greeting is to build a rapport with the customer. Someone say build rapport. Building rapport. You're trying to build rapport with the customer. You're trying to create a relationship. And based on what the customer will respond, that will let you know the next thing to say. Why is that important? Whatever issue that the customer had before walking into your premises, it gives you the opportunity to do what? To address it. And it places you to the customer as someone who is concerned and who cares. And what does that do to the customer? It opens the customer up to you. Hello? If you don't address whatever issue that the person is having, anything can trigger a negative emotion. Anything can make the customer get what? Get worse or get emotional. So, with that, you are trying to create a platform for an excellent purchase experience with the customer. Remember, we say customer service excellence is what? Creating a memorable experience, a wow experience. So in building rapport, you are creating a platform, creating a foundation or a background for that memorable experience. You are dealing with whatever issue that the customer must have had before them. The customer may have fought with his spouse or quarreled with somebody before coming. The customer may have a lot of issues in his mind. So if the customer says, well, I've had a bad day, or terrible, or things are, say, oh wow. You show care and what? Concern. Wow, I'm sorry that you had such an experience, but I believe that by the time you leave here, you'll be much better. You are saying it with a smile. You are saying it with such genuineness. Alright? I'm just giving you an example. I'll create a template for how to, interact with a customer. Right? I'll create a template and different phrases and words to use when interacting with a customer. So you say, good morning, sir, or good afternoon, sir, or even good day, sir, or good day, ma'am. In such a warm way, and then you say, how has your day been? With a smile. That will get the customer's attention. Try it today. Hello? Try it today. It will get the customer's attention. And then, after the small talk, after you have established the state of the customer, you have put the customer in a positive state, then you can now pop the next question. How may I be of help? Never ask the customer, what do you want? How may I be of help? Now, in another session we'll be having, we're going to talk about the different types of customers. Hello? There are different types of customers. Right? Different types of customers. At least, based on experience or common sense, you will be able to place where this customer falls in. Hello? You can place where the customer falls in, and that will give you an idea of how to relate with that particular customer. We have angry customers. Angry customers. We have inquisitive customers. We have playful customers. Like she was trying to chat with the guy. Hey, my guy. You don't do that. Especially if you are seeing the customer for the first time. In fact, even if you have been seeing the customer, you don't address the customer, my guy. He's not your guy. He's a what? He's a customer. You have to draw the line, draw the boundaries. He's a customer. And we say the customer is king. When people are out of here, maybe if the customer, maybe you are friends or something, you can chat normally. But in the workplace, he is a what? He is a customer. You address him as what? As a customer. Professionally. Hello? So when you establish and put the customer in a positive state, then you can go ahead and pop the next question. How may we be of help? Why do you say that? The words you use, are you aware words have power? Huh? Words are like tonic to the brain. The types of words you use for a customer trigger certain things in the brain of the customer. Words like help. When you use the word, how may I help you? What are you saying to the customer? That
I'm feeling sad.
huh?
I'm available.
That you are available. Of course you are available. Huh? You can confide in me. Huh?
You are ready to render the anytime.
Good. That you're willing to help the customer. You want to help the customer. So that's what it triggers in the customer's mind. And then the customer can now start telling you, okay, I want this, I want that. Of course, the next thing is for you. But we are first of all talking about what? The greeting. How do you greet customers?